the following morning.
Gotta say, that's a little creepy, Doc. Waking up to you standing over me. You been watching me sleep?
We're always watching you. Now get up. We've got a lot of work to do.
Ooh, wonder who I get to kill today.
Don't be so cavalier. Your ancestors almost had the right idea, Mr. Miles. If the deaths of a few people, evil people, no less, could save the lives of thousands more, well, it seems a small sacrifice.
What do you mean, almost?
They didn't go far enough. To use a rather tired analogy, corruption is no different than cancer. Cut out the tumors, but fail to treat the source and, well, you're buying time at best. There's no true change to be had without comprehensive, systemic intervention.
Chemo for the masses.
Education, re-education, to be more precise. But it's not easy, and it doesn't always take.
Let me guess. You've got a better solution. What is it, then?
Now that would be telling.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Assassin's Creed. We just had a interesting little rant from Warren Vidic, and Lucy's still tapping away on her computer. Do you want to talk to me? What you doing there? Looking at my YouTube videos? Maybe watching Minecraft? Yeah, sorry. I'm a big fan of Family Guy. Is he? Is he gonna say anything else? Maybe? Hi. If you wanted to talk, you got some... Oh, you're looking at emails there. That's fun. Reading emails.
Please.
Okay, jeez. The frick? I was wanting to talk to you a second ago. What the heck? Whatever. And back into the Animus we go. And we go to this memory block right here. Continue session. Load latest memory.
I am alive. But I saw you stab me. Felt death's embrace. You saw what I wanted you to see, and then you slept the sleep of the dead, of the womb, that you might awake and be reborn. To what end? Do you remember, Altair, what it is the assassin fight for? Peace, in all things. Yes, in all things. It is not enough to end the violence one man commits upon another. It refers to peace within as well. You cannot have one without the other. So it is said. So it is! But you, my son, have not found inner peace. Manifests in ugly ways. You are arrogant and overconfident. Were you not the one to say that nothing is true and everything is permitted? You do not understand the true meaning of the phrase, my child. It does not grant you the freedom to do as you wish. It is a knowledge meant to guide your senses. It expects a wisdom you clearly lack. Then what is to become of me? I should kill you for the pain you've brought upon us. Malik thinks it only fair. Your life in exchange for his brother's. But this would be a waste of my time and your talents. You will see you have been stripped of your possessions, your rank as well. You are a novice, a child once more, as you were on the day you first joined our order. I am offering you a chance at redemption. You'll earn your way back into the Brotherhood. I assume you've something planned. First, you must prove to me you remember how to be an assassin. So you'd have me take a life? No, not yet at least. For now you're to become a student once again. There is no need for this. Others tracked your targets for you, but no more. From today on you will track them yourself. If this is what you wish. It is. Then tell me what it is that I must do. We have been betrayed. Someone was assisting Robert de Sable, one of our own. You must find him and bring him here for questioning.
What can you tell me of the traitor?
Ah, but that's just it. I've given you all I will. The rest is up to you.
Alright. So, pretty much, we were Master Assassins at the beginning of this game. Now we're back to being pretty much some dude in a robe. I've been demoted. Short blade, counter kills, throwing knives, tackle, catch ledge, grab break, and I cannot freaking get off this. Ah, what the frick! Regain balance, dodge, extra throwing knives. I cannot get off this freaking rail. Defense break, and you read it. There we go. Okay. And we're going after the people who opened the gates in the first place. Opened the gates for the Templars to get in. Over here is the training grounds where we'll be spending a fair chunk of our time. Not any stretch of the imagination a long time, but...
Safety and peace, Altair.
You're in my way.
Yes, Al-Mualim has asked that I assist you. Remind you how it is we hunt our prey.
I know how it works.
Be that as it may, I have no desire to disobey.
Then be quick.
The Assassin have many tools at their disposal.
Yes, yes. We can eavesdrop, we can pickpocket, or we can use violence to intimidate.
Good, you remember.
So you'd have me walk amongst the others and learn what I can about the traitor?
Yes. Begin by going to the village market. That's where we first spotted the traitor.
You know who it is?
Perhaps.
Then give me a name and let's be done with it.
That's not the way it works. Now go. And remember, begin your search in the village market.
We'll be spending a fair chunk of time in there because after we get, like, each weapon, aside from, obviously, the, oh, we don't have the hidden blade yet. Aside from the hidden blade, it'll force us to go in there and learn how to, use said weapons, even though we've already had our time with them. Technically, we can kill our own friends, the assassins. But obviously I'm not going to bother. But I will do this. Just a push. Just a push. Just a push. There you go. For the missions and collectibles, most, if not all, of the missions I'll be doing, because I feel that if you don't do all the missions, you get unexplained answers. Whenever Altair goes back to a city's bureau and pretty much states outright where a target is going to be, how he's going to get there, how he's going to kill him, and you wind up doing the easiest missions, it's not explained how he got that information. It's not all explained. Like pretty much all you'll learn from the easiest missions are that there's going to be, per se, gutters that lead into a certain area, and Altair somehow manages to get the rest of the information magically, and I just feel like that's not a very good narrative. It just doesn't give you all that you want, all the story begs you to get. So we're going to be doing most, if not all, the missions. The collectibles, however, like viewpoints, save citizens, flags. We'll be doing the viewpoints and the save citizens, but we won't be doing the flags. Flags are all over the place, and I haven't even gotten all the flags on my own personal save file, which you guys probably saw in the first episode, where I pretty much created the new file. Anyway, we got a little eavesdrop mission over here, so we're just gonna jump down. And the thing about eavesdrop missions, you always have to have a bench for some reason. So we're just gonna sit over here, walk onto our target, and press E to listen.
I know what I saw. Musul opened the gate. He let the Templars in.
Then you must tell Al-Muallim.
I can't. Masoon did not act alone. Someone inside the fortress helped him.
What makes you say this?
He exchanges letters with someone inside. The basket weaver carries them for him.
That's no reason to stay silent.
Ah, but the weaver delivered him a letter just before the attack. I suspect it held the order to open the gate.
Then speak to the weaver. He can name Masoon's accomplice.
He's disappeared, hiding for fear of being dragged into this.
Probably inside one of his own baskets.
And so, we learn exactly where to go. A lot of people are a little mad because of what the various missions entailed in this game. But if you ask me, it's what an assassin would do. They would eavesdrop, they would pickpocket, they would get the information they needed, then go and kill someone. That's what they did. That's in fact, that's one of the reasons that people love the second Assassin's Creed game, which I will be doing almost immediately after I'm done with this this game series.
Please, just one. We lost everything in the attack and have no place to store our grain.
I can't right now. I'm busy.
Is this about the letter?
What letter?
The letter you received when I got here. Bad news?
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'll see what I can do, but please, I need to be alone right now. Come back later.
As you wish.
So we're just gonna blend. As he turns his back, we need to get up close and hold shift to grab the stuff out of his pocket, which we're gonna do right now. There we go. And we're just gonna quickly blend. There we go. He looks back as if he's frustrated that I took it. It's funny. Alright. We don't need to be locked on him anymore. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Gentle push. We just learned via the letter he got that we can go beat someone up. Mosoon, I think is his name. Mosoon. Mosoon's accomplice. I believe that's what's going on here. So we're just gonna climb this bridge. Alright. And he's up here on a pedestal.
I see the way you look at me. Hear the things you say. A traitor! I'm not a traitor! It's Al-Muallim who's betrayed us! Today's attack was but the first, and more will follow unless you repent. Give up your wicked ways. Rise up against the madman of Masyaf. See through his lies.
He's talking some crap about my mentor. And here we have the major part of the interrogation, also known as a beat-up mission in later games. Follow the dispo to a secluded place and beat him until he speaks. Sounds like fun. So we're just gonna be real careful here. Follow this guy. Dude, you walked right in front of me. You literally walked right in front of me. Anyway. Excuse me. Jeez. So right behind this building is the quote-unquote secluded place where we can beat the crap out of this guy. See, with beat-up missions like these, there are often like grunts around that as soon as you go to beat him up, they'll start beating you up, and it makes it very difficult to actually get things done. Sure. No, you made a great mistake. Oh, poop. I really need a friggin'... Oh, Jesus. Just trading blows at this point. There we go.
I yield! I yield!
Speak quickly then. I've no interest in your games. Why did you betray us? And who do you serve?
We serve the Templars. You should too. Their cause is just.
We?
Jamal. He told me of their plans. Asked me to open the gate.
You betrayed us. We, who called you brother and kept you safe from harm.
I did what I believed was right. And if you must kill me for it, so be it. I am not afraid to die.
Your fate is not for me to decide. It's Al-Muallim who will judge.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
You stand accused of betraying our brotherhood and opening the way for our enemies. How do you answer to these charges?
I deny nothing. I'm proud of what I did. My only regret is that they failed.
I offer you a chance to repent, to renounce the evil in your heart.
It is not evil in my heart, but truth. I will not repent.
Then you will die.
Wait, through his shoulder.
Well, Altair, and have
Probably
earned the
punching
right
a
to
lung
carry
on
a
the way down.
blade once more.
So now I have a sword.
What will become of the one who helped him?
It remains to be seen. Some do ill out of ignorance or fear. These men can be saved. Others suffer from corrupted wills, their minds poisoned and twisted. These men must be destroyed. Soon enough we'll know what sort of man Jamal is.
I've passed your test then. What now?
Oh, my child, we've only just begun. I hold here a list. 9 names adorn it. 9 men who need to die. They are plague bringers, war makers. Their power and influence corrupts the land and ensures the crusades continue. You will find them. Kill them. In doing so, you'll sow the seeds of peace, both for the region and for yourself. In this way, you might be redeemed.
9 lives in exchange for mine.
A most generous offer, I think. Have you any questions?
Only where I need begin.
Very well. Ride for Damas. Seek out the black market merchant named Tamir. Let him be the first to fall. Be sure to visit the city's assassin bureau when you arrive. I'll dispatch a bird to inform the Rafiq of your arrival. Speak with him. You'll find he has much to offer.
All right.
You believe it best.
I do. Besides, you cannot begin your mission without his consent.
What nonsense is this? I don't need his permission. It's a waste of time.
It's the price you pay for the mistakes you've made. You answer not only to me, but all the Brotherhood as well now.
So be it.
Take your equipment and go. Prove that you are not yet lost to us.
Alright then. So we get a sword, and apparently our hidden blade back. Alright. Sword and Hidden Blade. Alright. So, apparently they're going to force us to... Well, I knew they were going to. But, they're going to force us to try out our sword.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
Alright, so we... Yo! So button 1. Combo kill, okay. Wham, wham. It says on the prompt to the left that you need to press the left mouse button as soon as your sword makes contact. Pretty much just keep clicking it as fast as you can. I think we pretty much got the combo kill down.
I understand.
I am very busy. Busy killing people. Alright. Nope. It's a tutorial. Yes, thank you.
You must be busy.
Alright,
I
there we go.
understand. Why is he in such a hurry?
And we head for Damascus. Whee! Alright. There's a lot of flags around Masyaf and definitely the Kingdom, which is the little border area between all the cities. So we jump over here. Oh boy, close one. Hey, we got a jump spot here. Whee! All right.
You must be late for something.
Yes, I am. Late for killing people. Late for killing lots of people. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but occasionally when you're running through the streets or running, climbing, stuff like that, people will start saying random stuff. Like that guy just said, "What? Why is he doing that?" It's like, because I can. Because it's fun. You should try it sometime. And we head out the front gates of Masyaf. We can also get a horse. White, black, or brown? I like black horses. So I'm going to get a black horse. It's not like I'm choosing a car. Anyway, the way you ride a horse, you hold the right mouse button, and you hold the space bar, so it goes pretty fast. This is also how you control it for Assassin's Creed 2, but not Brotherhood, I think. I think that's how it goes. I haven't played either Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood in a while, but I wanted to get into this again just recently because I was wanting to do this LP, and I decided why not refresh myself a little with the controls and everything. And we're headed off to the Kingdom.
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies to gain the advantage in combat.
Now, when you first head out of the kingdom, you'll see a bunch of different assassins over here. Oh, give us a second. It's going to show us a brief overview. You'll see a bunch of assassins over here, and if you use your eagle vision, you'll see that all of them are blue? I think either blue or white. But there's one over here that's red. That's strange, isn't it? Well, believe it or not, this guy over here is Jamal. What the freak is that? Is that a person? It's a person. Oh, that's a Templar. Okay, never mind. If it's a Templar, it's okay if they're dead. This guy right here is Jamal. He's the traitor of the assassins. He's the one that opened the gates. It is possible to kill him without the other assassins trying to kill you. I have yet to be able to do it, so I'm just going to leave him alone and see what Al-Malam does with him at some point.
Is he running?
Yes, actually. I am running for someone. And here is our first viewpoint in the kingdom. Come on, jump off. There we go. So, we just climb up here. And in fact, this is our first little tutorial into viewpoints. Viewpoints are very helpful with Assassin's Creed in general because it opens up the map. It gives you more access and more views of the map. Very important part of Assassin's Creed. You wouldn't think that viewpoints would be that useful, but apparently they are. Not to mention, especially in Assassin's Creed 2, they provided some very beautiful scenery. Not so much here because all you're looking at is rocks. Also important mechanic about viewpoints is they always lead into a bale of hay or a okay. They always lead into a bale of hay or a cushioning spot somewhere, which you can just do this with. Whee! Alright. So we get back on our horse. Wait, that's not a horse. That's not our horse. Give me back my horse. I want to get on my horse. My horse. Alright.
What's going on?
Press tab to view your map. And from here we can see all the different viewpoints within the kingdom. I'm going to be hitting this one and this one on our way to Damascus. Maybe that one too. Maybe that one too. But let's go ahead and click that. Alright. So we got a very good view of what exactly we're doing. I'll be getting the viewpoints inside the kingdom as we go to different areas on the map. However, there are a lot of enemies inside the kingdom, and it can be very tricky to get viewpoints, to get collectibles within the kingdom. Okay, you just move out the way. Don't freaking lose your head about being hit by a horse. Jeez. And here we come to our first guarded viewpoint. Or guarded by enemies. Unfriendlies. Okay, stop. I'm just gonna jump down and blend. Just gonna climb up over here. Excuse me, sir.
Kill him!
Kill him!
You can
Kill him! He's climbing a building!
find you.
He must be deadly!
Back!
Racist, stereotyping bastards. Anyway. And since the line of sight is broken at the moment, once we jump down into this that cart of hay down there, we'll automatically lose him. So we're just gonna do the viewpoint. Alright, and we jump. Whee! And with that, we open up our next, our map again, and click our next viewpoint. Unfortunately, because my horse is on the other side of this building, I can't go get him. So I have to find another horse. Always have the worst time. Worst freaking time. Trying to get another horse. Mainly because all the guards around here hate me. Wait, there's another one right here. Why did I not know that? Awesome. Wow. I feel kind of silly now. Not to mention I told you guys that I always have the worst time trying to find a horse. Can I jump that? I don't think I can. Okay, let's go over here. It seems like a good way to go. Oh, maybe not. Go, 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 go. Technically, we're moving away from our target, but because the openness of this area, it's hard to pinpoint exactly which road we're supposed to be going down. So I'm just going to go over here. And as we get to the square, we'll have a bunch of guards after us, like that. Unfortunately, if guards attack your horse, it'll automatically freaking keel over. Not die per se, but he'll fall over, knocking you off. It'll and when it's hit there afterwards, it'll run away. And I believe that's gonna be it for this episode. Next episode, I will be at Damascus, just on my way there to where it'll show the walls of the city. Thank you guys so much for watching. And be sure to come back next time for another episode of Assassin's Creed.